My power went out, Zach. My power went out. Internet went out. I had to go flick the breaker and then go check to see other stuff to make sure it was working. I am still not seeing the actual game on screen. Hold on, guys. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see Gran Turismo, but on my laptop I can't. But I'm playing it right now and it says I'm streaming and that I'm live and everything, so I'm confused. Okay, I can't get Google to work either. What in the heck is going on? Okay. Something is wrong with my internet, guys. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but my internet is acting very strangely. But I'm just gonna keep playing for now, I guess. One second, I gotta go check the other stream that, as of right now, is still saying that it's running. My internet is acting very strangely right now. Like, YouTube works, but Google doesn't work. Like, what sense does that make? That doesn't make any sense. No, Ron. The power went out, actually. I had to go to the fuse box. Anyway, it sounds like people can hear me, but I cannot actually watch my stream myself, but it sounds like people can watch the stream. So I'm a little confused as to what my internet is doing right now, but I'm just going to go with what I have. I don't want to spend more time fixing it right now, but hopefully people can see what I'm doing, because I can't see what I'm doing. And hopefully people can hear me. Sorry about that, guys. We need to get the hot tub on a different, No, it wasn't Xfinity. It was actually the hot tub caused one of the circuits to pop. We need to get the hot tub on a different circuit, so because that one's overtaxed. This has actually happened a couple times now. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, okay, yeah, I was just saying that, you know, these people who underwent lockdown, they've held up their end of the bargain, and now they're waiting for the government to hold up their end of the bargain, and the government doesn't want to, and they're getting very antsy about it, and I don't see it ending well. Good day, man. Jackson, probably like 7 or 8, I guess. Hello? Yeah, the only purpose of lockdowns was to flatten the curve. Once a state manages to successfully flatten the curve, it's time to reopen the state. It's that simple. Yes, people are going to die. Yes, bad things are going to happen. Yes, there is going to be a death toll. But the only way to prevent a death toll would be to literally go on martial law. And if that's the logic you're using, you may as well do it every year during flu season. So at a certain point, it becomes just stupid. And these states need to accept that you're not going to prevent every single death. Nobody's cured death. You know, there is no vaccine for death. Andrew, the power went out. Yeah, Austin, I get it, but the point is, if you get too obsessed about every single life, you start... Like, the only goal here was to make sure that hospitals do not get overwhelmed. Once the hospitals are safe from being overwhelmed, that's the goal. That's the only reasonable and realistic goal a state should have. Yeah, TJ, my power went out. I had to go flip the circuit. The hot tub caused one of the circuits to pop. We need to get the hot tub on a different circuit because this has happened more than once. There are certain places that probably shouldn't be reopening yet. I will agree with that. But there are definitely places that could reopen. And at the end of the day, you know, it's impossible to stop the spread. There is no stopping the spread with something like this. The goal is to slow the spread. I think so, Andrew. The goal should be to slow the spread enough so that hospitals do not get overwhelmed. If you start setting the goal at something like, you know, preventing the spread until there's a vaccine, or trying to keep everybody alive, you're going to end up keeping the country shut down for, you know, 18 months to 2 years, and people are not going to be able to survive that. People are not going to be able to handle that. So these moving goalposts are what is going to drive people insane. Because when this lockdown stuff started, it was all about flattening the curve. And these states, a lot of them, have done a pretty good job flattening the curve. And once you flatten the curve, you should be able to reopen. Andrew, I think Emmitt Smith broke the record for total rushing yards in that game. For career rushing yards. And I think we beat the Cowboys in that game, actually. And I think Emmitt Smith is still bitter that the Cowboys lost the game where he set the record. Oh my god, dude, come back here. This guy is... Once you catch up to these guys in the front, they just have an extra gear or something. What states would I say have been doing the best with COVID overall? Well, honestly, like... for as much as people talked shit about what Florida was doing, Florida has actually done a really good job of keeping the death toll down relative to the economic impact. But they're still not doing amazing, I don't think. Well, yeah, Austin, states that reopen are going to see their numbers go way up, of course. Are the numbers going up so much that hospitals are overwhelmed? That's the question. In some of these cases, I don't think that's the answer. I think it's okay for the numbers to go up as long as the hospitals are able to handle the numbers that they're getting. You have to have reasonable objectives here. Most people are not going to be able to survive for 2 years staying inside for multiple reasons. Yeah, my best friend lives in Georgia, and he says things are fine. They've reopened a couple things, they're reopening the state slowly, and he says, we're doing good. Hold on, let me try to... Yeah, this is weird, man. I still cannot see the stream on my end, but apparently you guys can, so whatever. Hey, Okfu. And I think that's one thing the media has really screwed up on this whole corona coverage stuff. They make it sound like the goal is to stop people from dying, or to stop people from getting corona. That's not really the objective, and it's never been, and it never should be, because it's not really doable. The goal was to flatten the curve and spread the number of cases gotten out over a long period of time so hospitals can handle it. But some people seem to believe, and I blame the media for this, that the goal was to prevent deaths, prevent cases, prevent infections, stop the spread. There is no stopping the spread. You can only slow it. Of course it is, Andrew. Of course the government's corrupt. What kind of question is that? Brandon, I think I will stream tomorrow. TJ, I think we will have the election, yeah. I mean, remember, the states decide if we have elections. The federal government, I don't think, has the ability to say, we're not going to have an election right now. The states are going to decide whether or not they want to have an election. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Jackson, no, I don't make any money off YouTube. YouTube is only a moneymaker for people with a ton of subscriptions. In order to make money on YouTube, you have to have at least 1,000 subscriptions, and even then the money you're making is like nothing. I think a presidential election can be delayed, but I think that it's up to the states. It's not up to the federal government. That would be a shockingly short-sighted decision to allow a president to decide whether or not there can be a presidential election. Yeah, Jackson, I will start making money off YouTube when I get to 1,000 subs, but it's going to be so little, like, who cares? Well, I mean, we were in the Iraq War in 2004 and we still had a presidential election, right? Or are you just saying it can be stopped, but it's never been stopped? Like, if that's the case, why doesn't every president just get involved in a war right before the election? And, like, what constitutes a war? Like, technically, America's been constantly at war for, like, 40, 50 years. Yeah, Ron, exactly. We cannot stop the spread. It's literally impossible. unless you just want everybody to stay locked inside their house for 2 years and somehow survive without food and water. Like in order to stop the spread, it wouldn't be worth it. The goal is to slow the spread and keep hospitals from being overwhelmed. And somebody like me, I don't have to leave my house ever. I can do all my work from home. I've been working from home for several months now, and it doesn't get in my way at all. I have a lot of food stored at home, and I have other people, and I can have food delivered because I can afford that. And there are other people who live with me who go out and get food every now and then when we need it. Like, I don't need to leave my house, but maybe once a month. So I can stay home. I can do my part to help prevent the spread, but a vast majority of people cannot do that. And for those people, you just need to accept that there is going to be a spread, and you just need to try to keep that spread slow enough to allow hospitals to continue to function. Like, at a certain point, the economic toll is greater than the death toll. Well, going out and driving for fun should be fine. You're not getting close to people when you're driving around in your car. Shit. Yeah, what Sweden did is very interesting, and I'm not saying what they did was great, but it has to be seriously considered when you look at them and say, well, their death toll is a little worse, but it's not that much worse, and their economy did not suffer at all. Their economy is kicking ass. Their economy did not tank. So, was it worth it? I don't know, but it's an interesting question. I have driven my car like maybe 3 times in the past 2 months, I think. One time I went to go pick up Five Guys. I can't remember what the other 2 were. Maybe I went to go pick up Church's Chicken or something. But there's like no need for me to leave my house anytime soon, so I'm not. I don't miss leaving my house that much, so I'm just not going to do it. But to the people out there who need to be able to leave their house to make money, to work, to, or whatever, they're not going to take this forever. I mean, there are people out there I already see. I've already seen people who have opened up their businesses again, and they've straight up said, like, at this point, I would rather catch corona than have my business go under. This track is so tough for this car. What sucks is I was doing great and then the power went out. Like, my best run got killed by the power outage. Yeah, my dad's business is doing great. My work is going fine. I am saving more money than I ever have in my life. So this whole thing has not affected me personally in any real negative way. The worst I can say is I miss being able to go to the casino once a week. That's the worst thing that's happened to me. So I'm doing fine. My family is doing fine. Eventually that won't necessarily be the case. But for now, I'm doing better than probably 90% of people, but it doesn't matter. The government is still trying to move the goalposts on the goal of these lockdowns. And I think that's kind of the problem right now. Okfu? No, not Anza. And if we need more cap room, we can create more cap room. There are ways teams can create more cap room, and we need to explore those ways. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Like, cap space is not an excuse for any decent front office. And I'm not hearing any of that nonsense. If we sign Anza again, I'm going to be... I kind of feel bad for the dude at this point. Anza should retire. His body's all messed up, man. Let him go live his life. Yeah, TJ, I've never saved as much money as I'm saving right now. Because I'm just never leaving the house. I have nothing to do except let my money build up. Because when I was going into the office, I would have to use Uber Eats or Grubhub every day for lunch. Because I wouldn't have my car there with me, because I take a shuttle to work. So I would have to order food through Uber Eats. If a team really wants to sign a player, you can do things to create cap space for him. Teams have been doing it for years. Cap space is a meme. I do not have DoorDash. Yeah, the Eagles were supposed to be in cap hell. They've signed players. I remember like 5 years ago the Broncos were in cap hell, but they still signed DeMarcus Ware, Aqib Talib, TJ Ward, and Emmanuel Sanders. Yeah, Okfu, but I have a lease. My car is a lease. So unfortunately I still have to make the payments on it, even though I'm not using it at all, really. Oh, that sucks, Austin. Also, the other thing going on with this lockdown is that, you know, small businesses are getting sacrificed to the altar of large corporations. Like, Amazon is making more money than ever. Walmart is doing fine. Those companies are killing it at the expense of big businesses. Like, I think most people in this chat have probably seen that article. Amazon is making so much money during this lockdown that Bezos is projected to be a trillionaire in 6 years. And that dude just got divorced. So look at what we're sacrificing in the name of what? Selling this country out to these major giant corporations and squashing small businesses. At a certain point, you need to decide what's really worth it. Yeah. I have 2 mortgages. Hello, Angie Campbell. And I'm still making the payments on those mortgages, but like I said, I'm still making money, so it's not an issue. Like, I don't dislike Jeff Bezos. I don't think he's evil like a lot of people do. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, yeah, that really sucks, Austin. Like, I'm not going to say I hate Jeff Bezos. I don't think he's like some evil guy like a lot of people do. But, like, we should not be sacrificing small businesses to Jeff Bezos's massive pile of wealth. Angie Campbell, tonight might not be a good night for it. Are you on your sister's YouTube account again, or is this actually Angie Campbell I'm talking to? Hi, Fortnite Fun. Yeah, I don't hate Walmart either. Walmart provides a necessary service, but it's kind of BS. That they're allowed to continue to dominate while all these small businesses just get destroyed by this lockdown. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. I'm probably going to get another second place. What did this guy do to his car to make it so good? TJ, I could see that. I could see that. Yeah, he's got to get some things to go his way. God damn it. DracuB, I think there's a small possibility, but I just think, as of right now, I would say it's kind of small. Like, first, we have to not be able to get Josh Gordon, because I believe that if this team gets to choose between AB and Gordon, they would probably take Gordon. Less opportunity for it to completely blow up. Wasn't Tiger Woods the first ever billionaire athlete? I think it was Tiger who got there first. See, like, during this part of the race, I'm able to make up time on first place, like, 5 seconds a lap, even when I'm not doing that good. But then when we get to the last laps, I can barely make up ground at all. Either there's some rubber banding going on, or something, I don't know. Yeah, you're doing good, Austin. My brother's wife actually got corona, but she didn't even know she had it until she got tested months later and she had the antibodies. And by the way, my brother does not have the antibody, so he never had it, even though they live in the same house, which is very weird. Crap, crap, crap. I'm sure he did, Ron. Wait, Austin, you're in season 10 and you only just now got rid of Tutupu and Trufant? Those guys must be like 50 years old. How are they still in the NFL? No Fortnite fun, I do not agree. Tiger Woods' old wife was definitely hot, yeah. The Swedish nanny? Yeah. Fortnite fun. I don't play Fortnite. Relatively so, JS. I would call my lifestyle very sedentary. Hey, Darius. Like I said, the what I'm not doing during lockdown that I miss is, one, I would go to the casino once a week. I'm not doing that right now. Two, I would go out for dinner a couple times a week. I'm not doing that now, although I'm able to somewhat replicate it at home with varying degrees of success. So that's basically what I'm missing out on because of this lockdown. That's kind of it. Now, there are some things at home I'm missing out on, like sports. There are no sports on. Usually I'm watching basketball and baseball right now, but you know, I'm willing to shrug my shoulders about that and kind of go, it is what it is. Yeah, I remember that game, Robert. No, Ron, I'm not watching KBO. Can't get up for that. Shit. I've never played Fortnite. I'm not a big fan of Battle Royale. Yeah, I think that's the best case scenario. Play Bobby Wagner through 2021 and then move on. Fortnite fun and stop spamming the chat with BS. Darius, probably my favorite car might be the McLaren F1. There were some races in this game that I was like, these are going to be impossible for me to do. And then I got the McLaren F1 and they just went like butter. Fortnite fun, he already said no. You already asked him a couple times. If you want to play Fortnite with somebody, why don't you just log on the game, find people who are actually playing it right now, and go there? Like what's wrong with that? If these people wanted to play Fortnite, they probably wouldn't be in this stream right now. Darius, I know a little bit about tuning in this game, but not a lot. I've picked up some basics from some YouTube stuff and some forums, but I am not great at tuning, no. I have figured out how to increase like max speed and acceleration a little bit, but I'm still not some guru at it by any stretch. Okay, I got 2 laps to make up 4 seconds on this jerk-off. I am sad that Trufant didn't get a ring with the 2013 team, but yeah, he had nothing left. Alright, final lap. I only have to make up about 2 seconds. It's possible. God, that's such a good car, man. Wonder if wait, is that my car? No, it's not. It's a different car. But he's cooking in it, man. I wish there was one more straightaway on this track. If there was one more straightaway on this track, I think I could just blow this guy off the track by the end of it, but all these turns are just really hard to hit right. Shit, shit, shit. That didn't go so bad, actually. I'm only a second back. Come on, come on. Come on. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. Let's try to cut him. Come on, come on. Push it, push it. Damn it, dude. I'm so close. Oh my god, dude. 3/100ths of a second. Yeah, Darius, the only muscle car I have that I've done a lot of racing in this game is the Dodge Challenger, and I cannot handle it for piss. It drives like a brick. Hey, Emmett. Sorry about the other stream dying, Emmett. I don't know if you saw it, but my power went out. His car is the Ferrari 458? Okay. I mean, he definitely has less horsepower than me, but man, he takes those corners really nicely. But I mean, I'm able to close the gap on him by a good 24 seconds by the end of this race. I just need to push it a little bit more. Not anything overly interesting, Emmett, but I did actually just think of one thing just now, Emmett. I kind of want to run it past you. Oh, shit. One article I've read recently in the NFL, read on the NFL, rather, the idea of a 3-safety defense in the NFL. There was this article, Ben Baldwin retweeted it and talked about it a little bit, basically saying, you know, some of these college defenses are playing with 3 safeties as an every down proposition, and basically the article was, when is this going to catch on in the NFL, and how could it work in the NFL? And it was kind of interesting, because the Seahawks kind of have 3 pretty good safeties right now, or safeties that we need, at least 3 safeties that we want to get on the field. What if the issue is we don't want to take our linebackers off the field either, because we have so many linebackers we need to play. But what about the idea of a 3-safety defense? Because Ben Baldwin is one of those guys on Twitter who's all about trying to figure out the little edges and the next big thing in the NFL. Let me look it up, Emmett. Oh my god, my internet is still out, guy. Or, well, my internet's not out, but my internet is still acting up. 1 second, guys. I'm going to try to find this tweet. Oh, a source in the NFL claims that the Seahawks are trying to sign Damon Harris, Snacks. Okay. Emmett, I am going to try to post a link in the chat. Give me a second, guys. Okay. Hopefully that link works. It does not work for me because my internet is being very strange tonight. But hopefully somebody test that link I just posted and see if it works. But the tweet that was posted goes like this. Let me dig it up. I took a look at the new 3-safety system that is sprouting up around college football. It's so much more than just a personnel adjustment. It's a holistic, structural change. Read how it works and when we'll see it in the NFL. Hey, Massacre. Alright, sweet. Link works. Well, I think the idea behind a 3-safety defense is teams are passing the ball more and running the ball less, so you want to get 3 safeties out there because you want to protect against the deep passes that teams are throwing more often lately. And you want to get a linebacker off the field because teams are running the ball less. Alright. I posted it mostly for Emmett because he asked for it, but if anybody else wants to read it, that's cool too. It's just, these are the kinds of things that are very interesting to me. Like, how are teams going to find little creative ways to get edges that right now people might not necessarily be thinking about? It's a shame. Well, TJ, presumably we would get a linebacker off the field. Maybe 2 linebackers, I don't know. Okay, Fortnite, go. It's cool, dude. Fortnite, it's okay. Just see you later. It's cool, dude. Yeah. Anyway, oh, god damn it. Well, Robert, that's actually a very interesting idea to me. It's something that makes a lot of sense for this Seahawks team right now, I think. Fortnite, just go. It's okay. I get you. Like, I guess the idea is linebackers are becoming less and less important in the modern NFL because run defense doesn't matter as much. So therefore, you want to get less linebackers on the field. Or, excuse me, your safeties on the field. And maybe, you know, going forward, you might only need 1 linebacker on the field most of the time. Once upon a time, every team had 3 linebackers on the field. Now, we're seeing teams mostly have 2 linebackers on the field. When is that going to move even further and we get to, you know, a defense that mostly only uses 1 linebacker? Shit. Yeah, JS, I think that's probably the article I linked. Ben Baldwin retweeted it, so I picked it up from there. God damn it. I hate this track. I've won every other race in the Ferrari Cup. This is the only Ferrari race I haven't been able to win yet, and this track is so damn short. Like, if I just had one more lap, I could beat this. One more lap and I would catch up easy peasy. Yeah, if we stick to the base defense in 2020, and after a few games we're getting blown off the field because we are playing some good offenses early in the season, then I hope to God Carroll has the sense to be like, okay, this doesn't work, we need to do something different. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if we try to play the 4-3 defense against Atlanta, they're probably going to kill us because they have big-time receivers that can abuse our linebackers. If we try it against Dallas, they're going to kill us. We're going to have to score 60 points to win those games, maybe, man. Just thinking about it, man. Fortnite fun. Everybody in the chat probably has you blocked. Just learn how to behave. Learn how to act normal. Darius, I'm guessing linebacker, but I'm not sure. It could vary from defense to defense, depending on what that defense wants to accomplish. God damn it, every time I take my eyes off the screen to look at chat, I pay for it. I need to stop doing that and just focus up. Fortnite fun, you're fucking annoying, okay? I don't really believe in banning people. That's really the only reason I haven't banned you, but you are very obnoxious. That's why people are ignoring you. That's why I ignore you most of the time. God damn it, I tried to gun it coming out of that corner a little too early. Only lost about half a second. It's fine. Man. I've said this before, but I would not be surprised if in like 10 years the NFL looks like the CFL and every play, like, teams pass the ball on 90% of their plays. I don't think the running game is going to survive much longer. I think in 10 to 15 years you're going to be seeing every team in the league pass 50 to 60 times a game. Teams eventually are going to realize that, you know, running the ball doesn't really have benefits like it used to anymore. There might be a couple teams that are an exception, but for the most part, I think teams are going to realize, hey, running the ball isn't a profitable expenditure anymore. Well, I mean, last year, in a way, the 4-3 base was supposed to be kind of innovative because nobody else was doing it, but it just worked so poorly. And honestly, on a conceptual level, I wouldn't expect it to work. I would expect it to be a bad idea. So, I don't know. I don't know what Pete was thinking when he came up with that, other than I think Michael Kendricks is a baller and I want to get him on the field a lot, but that was wrong too. Michael Kendricks was as bad as players come. Like, that's why nobody is ever going to break Emmitt Smith's rushing record. No running back is going to be getting the ball enough. Yeah, JS, that's what I'm saying. There are going to be productive running backs, but they're going to be the running backs that can be big-time pass catchers. You're going to have a lot of Marshall Faulk type running backs, I think. Have the Seahawks ever had a running back who was like a big-time pass catcher? The only one I can think of is John Williams, who was a fullback. And I guess we had Ricky Waters one year, but like Sean Alexander was not a pass catcher at all. Chris Carson has had a couple of okay seasons at it, I guess. Marshawn Lynch was caught some passes, but wasn't really a big-time pass catcher. We've never really had one, I feel like. Yeah, John Williams, the fullback, caught like 80 passes one season, I think, or close, you know? It seems like in my lifetime we've never had a running back that was really a great pass catcher. I think Carson has some potential, but, you know, he's only shown a couple flashes of it. I think under Holmgren we just didn't have very many plays that passed the ball to the running back. We didn't really like that. We liked to just push the ball down the field a little bit more with the passing attack. Quicker passes. Yeah, Emmett. CJ was the heir apparent, but just couldn't make it happen. Hey man, I got respect for Emmitt Smith. Dude had a dislocated arm and stayed in the game because the Cowboys needed the win, and he helped carry them to that win. I got respect for that. Dude dislocates his arm, got his arm in a sling, and he's out there battling. Meanwhile, Ezekiel Elliott gets tired, and he waves to the sideline like, hey, somebody come give me a blow. I'm coming out. I'm tired. I'm fat. I spent all off season in Cabo, and then I held out, so I wasn't in shape. I need a break. Comes out during some of the most important plays of the season. I don't know what we would do with a Kyle Juszczyk type player, but, you know, it can't be bad to have a player like Kyle Juszczyk around. Okay, Fortnite. Yeah, I've had enough of that. TJ, he could have, but he decided he didn't care to. And, you know, more the power to him. He knows things like that don't matter that much. He wanted to try to have a good life after he retired. Yeah, I don't know if you guys remember this, but when the Cowboys played the Eagles in Week 16 last year, like during the biggest drive of the game, when the Cowboys were actually threatening to score, Zeke got tired and asked out of the game, and Tony Pollard came in and fumbled. Like, come on, dude, you're Ezekiel Elliott, you're making $90 million. How about you stay in the game for the biggest drive and finish it out and get in the end zone? And of course, the Cowboys end up losing that game by 8 points because they get 0 points on that drive. Kyle, I put him on timeout. He was acting like a moron, and I had enough of it. God damn it, dude. How does he just break away like that at the last second? This is such BS. You know what? Next time I catch up to him, I'm just going to drive him off the road and be like, F off. Kyle, he was acting like an idiot. That's really all I'm going to say about that. This race is such BS. I'm not going to bed until I beat this fucking race. My car is much more powerful than him. How is he blowing me off the track on that final turn? Yeah, TJ. It's like he takes Nas for the final lap. Probably Ron. That Cowboys team was not very good. They beat up on bad teams, and every time they faced a decent team, they got flushed. Darius, my acceleration should be pretty good. I made the car super light. I worked with the suspension. I might have to do a little bit of tweaking to the suspension to get the acceleration a little better. But, I mean, I should not be getting blown off the track on that last little stretch like that. My car is significantly more powerful than every other LaFerrari in this race. Isn't the highest selling game of all time Minecraft? Or is it not Minecraft anymore? Yeah, Darius, I've done some gear adjustment. I might need to do a little more to try to squeeze a little more acceleration out, but yeah, this track is tough, man. This track is brutal. Okay, this is a pretty good first lap, I think. Yes, Emmett. I've decided my next game is going to be Far Cry 3. I'm going to play it on stream on my PC, and we're going to have fun. I've never played Far Cry 3 before, but I've heard it's very good, and I played the first 2 Far Cry games, and I liked them, so I'm excited. What NFL franchise do I hate the most? It probably has to be the Niners. But honestly, the Rams were the first team that I hated, because when I was really getting into football, the Rams were the team that was winning the division every year. I would suggest messing with your second or third or second gear. Alright, I'll take a look at that once this race ends, however it ends. Yeah, Emmett, I have beaten the first 2 Far Cry games, so I'm pretty interested to see what this one is. But yeah, the next game I play will be Far Cry 3. I don't know when exactly, but the next PS4 game I will probably play is the Final Fantasy VII Remake, which I do not have yet. But when I get it, that will be jump right to the front of the list. Yeah, I tend to get way behind on video games. I rarely play a video game right when it comes out. Like, Persona 5 was a rare exception because I was so juiced for that game. It's very rare that I play a game at release. Fun fact, the main villain in Far Cry 3 is the actor who plays Nacho in Better Call Saul. And he's actually a very good actor. I don't know why his agent is so bad, because he doesn't get that many roles. Oh, Emmett, so yeah, I was going to ask you, because you didn't really give a statement on one way or the other, what your thoughts were on the Carlos Hyde signing. And, you know, because my thoughts were kind of like, it's fine, we have to do it, I hate that we have to do it, but we do kind of have to do it. I was wondering what your unfiltered thoughts were on the Carlos Hyde thing. I at least like him more than Devontae Freeman. But, I really wish Carson and Penny would just be healthy, and then we wouldn't have to worry about this at all. I mean, there is definitely a part of me that wants to say, hey, if the running backs are a problem this year, then just throw the ball more. But ignoring that, like, you know, last year when we lost Homer, I mean, when we were down to Homer and Lynch, I would have liked to have said, hey, let's just throw the ball 70 times a game. But forgetting that for a second, I do think Carlos Hyde is necessary insurance. Yeah, Darius. What makes Freeman think he has any value? Like, he's a running back who's got a ton of concussions. Really, you wanted Freeman more? I just couldn't get behind the Freeman thing because A, he was going to be more expensive, and B, he hasn't been good in 2 years. So I was wary. I really wish we got Carlos Hyde for like $2 million. If we got Carlos Hyde for $2 million, I would have had no issues. I would have been totally fine with that, but we might end up paying him like $2 million, but right now against the cap, I think he counts for the full $4. Yeah, TJ, I know we can't really rely on Chris Carson, but I hate that. And I also hate that we spent a first-round pick on a running back a few years ago, and we can't rely on him either, but it is what it is. What NFL franchise has the most annoying fans? Probably Patriots fans. I was watching some YouTube montages of Patriots fans recently, and they're just awful. Bunch of leprechauns, man. Bunch of front-running leprechauns. I don't think Niners fans are in my experience, Niners fans aren't front runners. I know a lot of Niners fans who were fans of the Niners clearly and vocally even during the bad years. But you know these Patriots fans are going to disappear into the ether now that the party's over. Well, yeah, and there are a ton of those, JS. Holy shit, there are a ton of those. Alright, I'm only back 2 seconds. Come on. I need a good lap. I need a good lap. A good lap and I can catch him. I might have to run him off the road if I can catch up to his behind. Because I'm a good 6 seconds ahead of third place, so I don't really have to worry about him too much. Shit, I skidded. That's a killer. Come on, can't this guy just mess up one time? Just accidentally go into the dirt? Like, is that so much to ask? Let's try to cut the corner here. That's actually done a good job of saving me time in the past. What happened, dumbass? Oh, he almost lost control of his car, man. The motherfucker almost lost control of his car. Yeah, I mean, the thing about the receiving back for me is I think Carson and maybe even Penny are both capable of being really good receiving backs, but we just don't use them like that. Come on, come on, come on. God damn it, how does this happen every frickin' time, man? Again, 12 100ths of a second. Fuck you, dude. Like, you guys know that guy, Flight Reacts on YouTube? You guys have probably heard of him. Flight Reacts. He's a Patriots fan and a Warriors fan. Like, what else do you need to say? And there are so many people like that, man. I mean, come on. When you hear somebody say they're a Patriots fan and a Warriors fan, you don't even need to listen to anything else they say. You know exactly what they are. Okay, so let's see here. Darius, you might need to help me a little bit here because I know a little bit about how this works, but not a lot. I know if you play with these gearboxes, you can get an upshift. But let me think here. So, what if we did something like this? It's not really improving my acceleration score, though, is the issue. Okay, so that's still not improving my acceleration. Well, a lot of Seahawks fans are bandwagoners. Oh, Darius, you can't see the numbers? Really? The video quality's that bad? I'm looking at it right now on my end. It looks amazing. Darius, check to see if you're streaming in 720p. It says make the gear ratios longer. Okay. Is that going to change anything? Let me check. I want to check to see if that actually helps. I don't know very much about hockey fans, I gotta be honest with you guys. Yeah, I know a guy who's a Cowboys, Lakers, and Yankees fan. I think LeBron is a... What is LeBron? He's like a Bulls, Yankees, and Cowboys fan. Okay, so let's see if that, what I adjusted, just helps at all. I don't know. I'm gonna have to... I know LeBron's a Cowboys fan, for sure. I mean, at this point, I don't even care to call Cowboys fans bandwagons fans. They've been garbage for so long, there is no way I can still call Cowboys fans bandwagoners. I think my acceleration is a lot better. Like, I definitely know a lot of people who are Cowboys fans when they don't even live in Texas and never have and never will, but I don't really hold it against them anymore. If you've stuck with the team through all this BS, then I can respect that. Yeah, I'm a all Seattle sports fans. I'm an all Seattle team fan. For the moment, I root for the Mavericks because they're my favorite team outside of the Sonics, but I'm not really I'm not a Mavericks fan. I don't live and die with the team like a Mavericks fan does. It's very different. Shit. With great acceleration comes great ability to skid into the dirt. But I do think the acceleration improvements I've made on this car have made a significant difference. I'm gonna have to do this to some of my other cars. Yeah, Zach, I do think the Sonics will come back at some point, yeah. I don't know when, but I think it will happen. Yeah, Darius, what I did made my acceleration a lot better, I think. So this race is actually going a lot better than the previous ones. I have a decent chance of taking the lead in the 4th lap, which I've definitely never done before. Well, I really feel like the Seahawks winning a Super Bowl and the Sounders winning a couple of titles has really invigorated the sports in Seattle, and I think they would welcome another sports team. I know some Sounders fans. I only watch the championship games though. I just can't do the soccer thing. But I definitely know some Sounders fans. It works. I think it's cool when the Sounders win, but I would not call myself a Sounders fan at all. The grip is pretty good, Darius. I always use the super soft tires, and they always work out really well for me. I like the super soft tires. They mesh well with my racing style, I think. Alright, I'm only 2 seconds behind, and I still have 2.5 laps left. Actually, a little more. So this is going fine. Unless he pops another pill worth of NOS or something. But yeah, look at me close that distance. There is definitely a stigma around Sounders fans that I don't care for. I will admit that. There is a stigma around the whole Sounders thing that I don't care for. I think the Atlanta soccer team has won a cup. Or wait, no, wait. Has the Atlanta MLS team won a cup yet? I actually don't think they have. Okay, Atlanta has won a cup. So the Atlanta sports drought is not really a thing, I guess. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's something about how soccer is a more European sport and there's just some kind of association there. Yeah, Emmett, I'm just talking more about how I think there's an association with Sounders fans of being like, the people who wear khakis and, are obsessed with the environment, far lefts. There's just something about that that I don't get from like the Seahawks or the Mariners or the other Seattle sports teams. I feel like there's a political association with the Sounders that I don't care for. It's kind of hard to explain, but JS mentioned it earlier, and I agree. Oh god, this guy's actually going to catch up with me on the last lap? Are you kidding me? I had a 2-second lead on his ass. He better F off right now. I will jump out of this car and beat him to death with a socket wrench. Yeah, I mean, the Patriots have won a lot of stuff over the last 20 years, but they have embarrassed themselves a few times, which is kind of impossible to not do if you're going to win a lot of titles. Like, the Patriots were the overwhelming favorites to win the Super Bowl in 2010, and they got pantsed by Mark Sanchez in the divisional round. Like, people forget about that game now, I feel like, but that was one of the all-time embarrassments, in my opinion. The Patriots had the best team. They went 14-2. They looked like they were just going to steamroll to another Super Bowl, and then Mark Sanchez and the Jets just went into Foxborough and punked them. Like, I remember watching that game. The Jets, honest to God, looked like the better team. I mean, them losing to the Giants in the Super Bowl twice was embarrassing too. The Giants in 2011 were a mediocre at best team. They were they were like 2-touchdown favorites in Super Bowl 42 and they lost. Like, they've shit their pants a few times. Alright guys, we did it. We got the gold. And I am going to go ahead and take this opportunity to get out of here for the night. I have some things to do. Sorry for the power going out earlier, but all is well. Go Hawks. We have finished the Ferrari Cup, guys. We have won every Ferrari car. Every Ferrari race, rather. So, at this point, I still need to try this, but there's only one car that can do this race. But thank you, Darius, for the help with tuning the car. And I will be back on at some point tomorrow. I don't know exactly when, but we're going to try to wrap up all the Amateur League races, which, let's see, there's one Rally Cup race, which I don't know how the hell I'm going to do it. We have a few of the Nostalgic Car Festival races. And then we have the Formula One race, which these are going to be really tough, but I'll try to figure it out. But anyway, yeah, have fun with that, Emmett. Let me know what you think about it when next time I stream, if you get around to it. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Go Hawks. And yeah.